What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so this is a somewhat breaking news story, and that is that the Clippers' PJ Tucker is actively trying to get traded. I'm reading this from Yardbarker. And the article says PJ Tucker has not suited up for the Clippers since the November 28th game against the Denver Nuggets. The Clippers, 25-5 over their last 30 games, have settled into a steady 9 to 10 man rotation where the 38-year-old Tucker simply doesn't factor in. While he's unable to find playing time under Coach Tyronn Lue, Tucker can still produce quality minutes for a contender. Just last season, the defensive stalwart started all 11 postseason games for the Sixers and played a critical role in helping Philadelphia take a 3-2 lead over the Celtics in the conference finals. Tucker similarly started all 18 postseason games for the Miami Heat the year before. And then the year before that, of course, he was integral in the Milwaukee Bucks winning the championship, even though the article doesn't put that there. But anyway, as the NBA trade deadline approaches, Tucker is trying to get himself traded to a contender, according to ESPN's Young Music. They do have PJ Tucker who wants to be traded and has made no secret about that. Young Music said on the Hoop Collective podcast. He even told me that just last week in Toronto, I think his words were actively looking to get traded. Contenders include the Heat, Celtics, Bucks, Cavaliers, and Knicks. He has an expiring $11 million deal that could also prove enticing enough for playoff fringe teams across the league who need a veteran presence to finish the league on a high. He's 6'5", and excels at guarding taller forwards and bigs. This is my only fear about PJ Tucker. He's 38, and he'll turn 39 in May. It's pretty old, man, you know. And another thing I remember about him is that, he was never a big-time scorer, but I distinctly remember during his stint in Philly, he was only averaging something like 3 points a game. Regularly clocking goose eggs. Although his shooting percentages were still decent from outside. I think he's only started 12 games this year. His shooting percentages were down. But then again, teams don't get him necessarily for his offense. They get him for his reputational defense and for providing toughness and a veteran presence. Now, technically, those are things that the Milwaukee Bucks need, right? But at the same time, do they really need an older player? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many roster spots the Orlando Magic have open. I know they're actively trying to get a Chris Paul or a Kyle Lowry. Maybe, a guy like Chris Tucker. Come sign me, man. I know a guy like PJ Tucker could possibly be of service to them. Maybe. But I don't know if it's exactly what they're looking for. I don't know. I don't know where he would go. Maybe back to Miami. At this point, I don't know. It's just that my issue is I have a hard time trusting a player that old. When you get to that age, I start thinking, like I said, he could be a Methuselah and plays 5 years younger than what he really is. I don't know. But when a player gets to that age, man, I start worrying about a rapid decline in production, inconsistency, and injuries. All these players lose at some point. And when a guy is approaching 40, you really start worrying about it. But in his favor, I know he's looking to play somewhere. You don't want to just be sitting around not doing anything. As a player, you want to be productive. He want to get out there and play. So I understand that, that he's shut out. So yeah, they should trade him. I'm just speaking as far as a potential suitor. Like, if I was one of the general managers, I'd be a little concerned about certain things with Tucker. But then again, he's not going to really cost you much. So there's that plus too. So I think somebody will attain him very soon. Who, I don't know. But I'm willing to wager if the Bucks struggle more, I'm willing to think that Milwaukee might be one of the teams. He might be reunited with the Bucks if I had to just take a guess, because they definitely need some toughness. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.